4x1, we talked, I think, before about South Africa being in the mix. For a medal, they should be pretty solid. They have a lot of, with Simbine, with Leo Talea and Maswangani, they have a pretty solid top three. But the U.S. with Bromell, Baker, Curley, and then fourth leg TBD. Could be Noah Lyles. We don't know. They should win, but it's should. Until they get the baton.
Yeah, so obviously 4x1.
You're betting on if the baton gets around, basically.
Yeah, U.S. are heavy favorites in both. We talk about this on the women's side. Let's put together now what we officially think the team should be. 4x1, I think they're clearly obviously going to take Curley, Bromell, and Baker. Who do you think they give the fourth spot to? Do they give it to like Micah Williams? Or, like, who do you think they give it to?
I think if Lyles looks good, you put Lyles on the second leg.
You think they'll give it to? You think they'll give it to Lyles?
I think if he looks good in the 200, they'll put him in there.
Okay, but what if Kenny B beats him? And they put Kenny B.
If Kenny B beats him, then put Kenny B on there. I think they like the continuity of someone who's done it before, and I get that like Mike Rogers and Christian Coleman are not on the team, and Gatlin. It's a whole different team. I think they like having someone holding over, but I don't know. That one is 4x4 to me is easy. It's gonna end up being Norman, Ross, Cherry, and then Rai Benjamin. I think that one's pretty much going to be set in
no
stone.
Fred Curley?
Somebody has a really...
They won't put Fred Curley on it?
No, I don't. I mean, he hasn't run a 400 this year, right?
No, he's run one.
Oh, that's right. He ran one and Doha and got... What did he... Oh, no, he ran 3. Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, he ran a couple.
One of them was in. One of them was indoor. So he ran 44.6 and then 44.74. No.
So here's the thing.
With the 1 meter pool.
Here's the issue we have with this 4x1. Fred Curley's going to be on the team, but Fred Curley cannot run the curve. He's too big. So they need to put Fred Curley either anchor or second leg. However, a lot of times you want to put your best athlete second leg, right? So
yes,
I think US 4x1 has a Fred Curley conundrum. What do you do with him? Because do you put him anchor? Because then you're like, oh, Bromell should be the anchor. Do you put him second? Because then you're like, oh, but Noah Lyles, he's a 200-meter runner. He can run that backstretch. What do you think they do with Fred Curley?
I guess you could go Baker out the blocks to Bromell.
Yeah, I think Baker starts.
To Lyles on the curve, have Lyles run third on the curve, and then have Bromell anchor. So that way you have Curley and Bromell on the straightaways. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're going to do Baker
what was the, I'm now
to Curley. I think they're going to do Baker to Curley to Lyles to Bromell. That's what I think they're going to do. What do you think?
I'm looking at I'm trying to look at because I remember their order was different than I thought it would be in 2019, and I'm blanking on it right now. 4x1, Coleman. Let's see. Jeez. Coleman, Gatlin, Rogers, Lyles. So I never would have guessed like they'd put Rogers on the curve, but they did. So they had Lyles anchor before, but if they put Lyles in the anchor here, then yeah, you got to figure out either Bromell or Curley's going to have to run on a curve.
Don't put Curley on the curve. That's all I know. They can't do that. That'll be a bad move. Got to put Curley either anchor or second leg. Watch, they're going to put Curley on the curve, and then there's be a baton drop.
But then you have this issue where you have 3 people for the straightaways.
Yeah. I mean,
you got Lyles, Bromell, and and Curly that you'd want to have on the straightaways.
I don't think they have a
Yeah,
worry
and then there's
about needing ego to be anchor. Like, I don't think Bromell cares where he is. I don't
yeah,
think he's like, I need to be anchor. I don't think Lyles really cares whether or not he's anchor or not. So I think that's one good thing they have is I don't think anyone has like, I need to be this for me. I think the only thing they just need to do is make sure Curly isn't curve because he's too big for it. You got to put him, either second leg or anchor. Put Curly anchor. That'll be fun. That'll be cool.
yeah.
Put Curly on the anchor. Team Curly anchor. That's what I want. So we talked about the 4x4.
The reason I bring up 2019 is, again, Rogers. Hey, do third leg. All right, cool. I'll do it. And they just plugged him in, and he was fine. So I think people can adjust. I get your concern with Curly on the curve because of the 200-meter issues. So you'd want to keep him on the straight, and just the fact that he has that, like, once he gets going, he's flying. So yeah, it would be
I think Curly
interesting
in
to have
second leg is going to be best.
and then Lyles on the curve, and then close with Bromell.
Yeah. I think that's what they end up doing.
Or do you close with Lyles and have Bromell? I mean, Bromell on the curve seems like you wouldn't want to do that either. You'd want to keep him on the straightaway.
No, close with Bromell.
I don't know.
He's going to be coming off of winning the Olympic title. Just anchor with your Olympic champ. That's what you do. I guess they'll have 2 Olympic champs potentially, right? With Lyles. We'll see.
Yeah.
One last thing about the
Mixed
4x1.
Mixed 4x4. People want to talk about the mixed 4x4 though. They want your
Yeah,
takes
we'll get to it really quickly. I just want to say one more note about the men's 4x1. So the odds are USA is -200, then Jamaica is +250. Guess who has the 8th best odds with +5,000? South Africa.
Jamaica.
No, South Africa. Why is South Africa +5,000? Like, they should be second or third best odds. I'm hoping that they give me ability
like
to.
You got your pick.
Well, I'm hoping they give me the ability to pick a top 3 because South Africa is finishing top 3 right now. They don't have those odds available, but if they do, I'm putting all my money on South Africa top 3.
Wait, hold on a second. Who do you think's the second best team?
South Africa.
Okay. So what % chance do you think something happens to the U.S.?
There is a % chance.
Right. So there's your $100. That's where it goes. That's not a hard one. That's way easier than the men's 10K pick.
True.
5,000 to 1?
Yeah. It's not 5,000 to 1. It's 500 to 1. Or 50 to 1. It's 50. It's 50 to 1.
Okay. Why'd you say 5,000?
You win $5,000 if I bet 100.
Oh,
on South Africa.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's 50 to 1.
Yeah, 50 to 1.
Maybe I should just put like $50 on it just for the hell of it. Have some extra cash winnings so I can like hedge my, if USA drops a baton, I'm going to win $5,000. That's pretty good.
Yeah. You can do both.
I'm going to do that. All right. Well, we'll get to those bets when we get to it.